Congressman Ron Paul confident heading into Tuesday's caucus. My next guest sounds just as confident, but her path forward is a lot more murky. Congresswoman Michele Bachmann joins me from Des Moines. Congresswoman, thanks for joining us and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you. Great to be on with you this morning, Jake.
So the last time you and I spoke, you had just won the Iowa straw poll. The Des Moines Register poll had you tied for first place with Mitt Romney with 22% of the vote. Now that same poll has you with 7% of the vote. What happened to your campaign?
Well, we've had a very good campaign, and I think what's happened is a lot of candidates have come in, and Iowa voters and national voters have taken a look at all of the other candidates. But we have done, I think, what no other candidate has done, and that is after the last debate, we've gone across all of Iowa, all 99 counties, and we've actually done heavy retail politics where we've gone into cafes and into living rooms of Iowans, and we've made a very strong connection with a lot of people. And if you look at the polls, it's upwards of 40 to 50% of Iowans haven't made their decision yet. And I think the polls, what they're reflecting, will be very different from what we're seeing on Tuesday night, because people make their decision, quite honestly, in the caucus room. Iowa is very different. People gather in living rooms, they gather in elementary schools and churches, and they make their decision on the spot with their neighbors. And we have done, like I said, what no other candidate has done. The last 2 weeks, we've put over almost 7,000 miles on our bus, and we've literally gone from town to town to town, meeting with people directly, and we saw thousands of people switch their vote just in the last couple of weeks. So we think there's going to be a very profound shift that people see on Tuesday night.
Well, one of the dilemmas that you've had is that a lot of the voters that you are competing for, conservative voters, Christian evangelicals in some cases, are also being wooed by Rick Santorum and Rick Perry. And Santorum has momentum right now. He is at third place in the Des Moines Register poll, and if you look at the last 2 days, he's in second place. He has strong social conservative credentials. He's fluent in foreign affairs. He won statewide twice in a key swing state, Pennsylvania. So why should voters go for you and not him?
Well, because I'm the strongest core conservative in this race. There is no comparison with all of the other candidates in my credentials. No other candidate has current national security experience in the race. I sit on the House Intelligence Committee. I am daily involved with the issue of national security. No other candidate is, and is what we are seeing happening with Iran obtaining a nuclear weapon. That will be a formidable issue immediately with the next commander-in-chief. I'm ready. No other candidate is currently ready in that issue. Also, I'm the only federal tax litigation attorney in this race. When it comes to dealing with the #1 issue that's on voters' minds, which is out-of-control spending, I have that credential in spades over any other candidate, because no other candidate was leading on this issue in the halls of Congress or in Washington or nationally. I'm the one that called for saying no to letting Barack Obama increase the national credit card limit. And when it comes to social issues, there's no one who can compare with my record. I'm a mother of 5, a foster mother to 23 children that we've raised, and also I have an unassailable record on life, on marriage, on religious liberty. So when it comes to values and issues, there is no one who comes close to where I am on those issues. But I think even more so, I'm the one that's been proven and tested in the fires of Washington. And that's why I think you saw people vote for me in the Iowa straw poll, but also it's what we have done on the ground. No other candidate has done more retail campaigning on the ground. And I think we'll bear the fruit of that on Tuesday night.
But with all due respect, Congresswoman, this is the same pitch you've been making all summer and all fall and up until today, and you're in last place, according to the polls. And somebody that has similar credentials to you and a similar appeal to you, Rick Santorum, is showing huge momentum. Why you over him?
Well, again, I think the polls take a few days to catch up, and we have made that incredible deposit of going in every single county. We've drawn 300 people at a stop, 250 people at a stop, and I think a lot of that isn't yet reflected in the polls, and the main thing will be on Tuesday night. We're looking forward. We're not looking in the rearview mirror, and what we're seeing going forward, especially with the tremendous outpouring of young people that are coming out to work on our phone banks and to go lit dropping and door to door, is nothing short of amazing. We're #1 in the category of enthusiasm. If you look at all of the candidates, which candidate has the most enthusiasm among their supporters, I'm that candidate. I'm #1 with the 18 to 29-year-old voters, which are highly motivated, and they're doing all of the work. So I think that if you look at my past races, in polling data showed me actually losing and 8 points behind in previous races that I've had when I've run for Congress, and yet I win by 8 and 13 points. So polls are sometimes belie the truth on the ground, and that's what we see. This isn't just about polling, this is about what we're seeing in reality, and I think Tuesday night people are going to see a miracle.
Congresswoman, we only have a little bit of time left, so the last question. In the interest of candor and being based in reality, positing that you feel that you're going to have a very good night on Tuesday and that all the polls are wrong and you're going to do well, but assuming that the polls are right, isn't that practically speaking the end of your campaign if you come in last on Tuesday?
Well, we've bought tickets to head off to South Carolina, and we are looking forward to the debates. January is a very full month. We're here for the long race. This is a 50-state race, and we intend to participate not only in New Hampshire, South Carolina, Florida, but to go all the way, because I intend to be the Republican nominee and defeat Barack Obama in 2012, because America needs a candidate that will be in the legacy of a Ronald Reagan and of a Margaret Thatcher. That's what I intend to do, is to be America's Iron Lady.
All right, Congresswoman Michele Bachmann, good luck on Tuesday and hope you have a wonderful 2012.
Thank you. Same to you and your listeners.